Alright guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today I figured I'd do something a little different. I was trying to, come up with a good strategy and trying to figure out, what I did on my best week. So, I went back in time and this week right here was my best week thus far. And I just want to, show you something just to, show you how that worked out perfectly. So first off, as you can see, they were all from the load board. It was nothing from poster truck. Clearly says load board right here. So everything was scheduled. When you look at it, this is 1 week, and this is a week in March. So let's talk about the distance. So the distance right here, as you can see, everything that I drove in this week, it was less than 100 miles. Well, I don't even want to get to 100 miles. Most of it, average was 50. So the most I did was that 84 miles, the second from the bottom right there. And, that was just probably something I just found and picked up right away. But as you can see, most of the distance right here, my average is about 49, 50 miles. And to get to this locations, it's about 25 miles from my house. And coming back home is about 25, 30 miles. So if you look at it, so let's start with the 49.33 miles, the first one right there. I picked it up, so that's 25 miles to go get it, 49 miles to drop it off. That was going to a post office. So I'm not sure which post office that was, but it's probably something close to my house. The second one was, again, that was a post office drop. The third one, fourth, fifth, those were all Amazon to Amazon. And the reason why I know those is they all have those four digit code, whatever. And the post office has 7. So the first two, you can see those two has 7, and everything else at the bottom is like 4. It's a 4 code digit number or whatever. But the moral of this video right here is to just show you that, pretty much if you look at all the 48.3 miles in the middle right there, that was 25 to go get it, 25 to come back home. So that's 50 miles of deadhead. And then you want to add the 48.3 miles. There's actually one over there that was 11.48 miles. That's 25 to go get it at the 11.48, and you 25 to come back. So as you can see, all of them were kind of less than 100 miles, including deadhead miles. And this week just worked perfectly. Like, it worked perfectly. Like, it was nothing about it. The miles were just on point. And this is how it's supposed to be. So when you're trying to come up with a strategy of how to do this, you might just want to look at the best week that you have done thus far and try to figure out what you did right. Now, none of my loads were canceled on this week, as you could probably see. So this was actually a good week, man. I'm not gonna lie. And I always try to mimic it if I can, but it's been kind of challenging to get those Amazon to Amazon loads. So when you get it like this, it's just gonna be a great week. But I just wanted to show you, and we go into so we saw the distance, and we go to the pay. So as you can see, that's the gross pay right there, the 293, 326, 236, 236, 227, 236. That is just whatever you get paid at the end. But when you look at it on the load board, you got to add in. So let's start with the 293.15, the first one. Then you add the fuel surcharge, which is 11.35. Then you add the tolls, 11.80. That's all included. So that load, when I looked at it on the load board, it was paying 300 something when you add in that 22 something, $23. So I just wanted to give you something, to look at on how much you could possibly make on a week when you're doing Amazon in a good area. And this week right here, I think I did Monday to Saturday. So I'm not sure, but you got to go back and check the dates. But I think this was a full week. I was off from school, so I remember, and none of my weeks look like this because I don't drive my truck Mondays and Tuesdays. So this was a full week right here, and my goal for the week is not even, my goal for the week is about 2,000. That's my goal. I don't drive more than that. I don't drive whatever. I just have a goal. That's my goal. Yeah, I might get it, I might not get it, but that's the number I kind of aim for the week. So, my business strategy is kind of, pretty solid. It's set up. It's nothing, it's just there. I don't drive all crazy. I don't do all that. I have a set number, and once I get to it, it's the end of my week, right? So I have a lot of things that's going on in my life. So, that my goal is just to get to that number. But so this is what a full week can possibly get you. And this right here, we could have added some more loads in here, but I probably didn't, because if you look at the Amazon to Amazons, those are during the day, so you could get a overnight load too, that same day. And most of them, I didn't have those. Like if you look in the middle, it was all day loads. I could have had overnight loads. So this right here is kind of like the minimum that you could get if you're doing this full time. Because like I'm saying, that the post office runs out overnight, so those can actually be added to those. If you add another, let's say if I add, I have 1, 2, 3, I could possibly add another 3 overnight loads into this week. So, which will bring maybe another 700, 750. So, this is just the minimum that you could possibly make on a full week, and you're driving, as a full-time driver. I look at myself more as a part-time driver. My truck is parked most of the time, to tell you the truth. And last week they canceled pretty much all of my loads, so I barely even drove it. This weekend I only drove 1 load. They canceled most of them. I had 1 that was supposed to be overnight into Monday. They canceled that one. I had the day load for today. They canceled that one. But this week I have a lot of Amazon to Amazon loads, and those, they tend not to cancel, but who knows? Amazon has been doing some crazy stuff lately. So, as long as they keep those, I have about 7 of those. I have 6 Amazon to Amazon loads for this week, starting Wednesday to get to Sunday. So that'll be Wednesday to Sunday. I have Amazon to Amazon loads, and I do have post office runs too. So this video right here is to just show you how much you could possibly make in a week. And that's just minimum right here, because like I said, you could definitely add 3 more overnight loads into this week. So I know a lot of people are trying to do the calculations of how much that is actually equaling to, and I'm not gonna do that to you. So this is actually the total amount for this week. So this week, yeah. So that was the amount that I got paid for all those loads for this week. And this spot I think this is my best week that I drove. I was off from school, so it was a full week, and I was just on the go. So, but again, like I said, this is minimum. Yeah, this is minimum. I could add those 3 loads in there, and that number could definitely change to about 3,800 for the week. So for those who are trying to figure out if you live in New Jersey, PA, Delaware, I think this is a good gauge. I can't say it for the people that live somewhere else out of my jurisdiction. Like, this is just people around here that are trying to figure out how much they could possibly make in a week on a good note. And this is if you have early access. As you can see, all my loads were kind of like one stop. That was it. So I just figured I'd do this for you guys. And I was doing this last night, trying to figure out my best week thus far, and this was it. Just trying to figure out what I did right, what I did wrong. So as you can see, I think at the end of the day, it was all about the mileage. It was all about those day loads, the Amazon to Amazon loads. And that's it. So I hope this helped. I just figured out do this. You know me, I don't really post numbers like that. So I just thought I would give you guys this and, go from there. I know a lot of people have been trying to figure out how much they could make. Okay. We want the numbers. We want to see it. There you have it. So those are the numbers for a good week. For me, so $3,077 for the week. And again, I could have done more on this week. As you can see, it was a lot of Amazon to Amazon loads, which are day loads. So if you have night loads, you could definitely put in the post office, and I could have definitely added 3 more or even 4, because that whole in the week in the middle, it was just all Amazon to Amazon. So add 3 more. So the post office, as you can see, like if you go back and to look at it, the first 2 were the post office. That's like $326. At the 12, at the 14, that's like $350. So if I add 3 more post office drop-offs, that's 350, 700. That's 1,050. So that could have easily been 4,100 and something if I added those post office. So if you do live in New Jersey and you have the early access, you could definitely get to this number. This is doable, right? Again, I kind of look at myself as a part-time driver. I don't drive all crazy. It's Monday right now. I could have definitely picked up a load during the day right now. I could have done it, but I'm kind of like studying for my finals right now, which are next week. And after next week, I have about 25 days off. So we'll definitely be running like a full-time, driver. So yeah, I personally think that $4,000 a month is doable. No, $4,000 a week is doable if you're doing Amazon around this area. And, my goal really is about half of that, whether I'm full or not, it just works for me. That's what I'm looking for. When I started this business, I had a plan. That's what I needed, to get me through this time, so, I just thought I'd post this and show you the real numbers, whereas where I just talk about what I'm making, whatever, that's the real numbers right there for a week if you live around this area. So, I mean, it could be anywhere, but I'm just saying for, this is for this area, right? Location is totally a big thing. Every week is not going to be like this too, because the Amazon to Amazon loads, those are hard to get. They post about 20 of them a week. So if you're slow with it, if you're not looking at them when they post them, you ain't getting them. And they only post them Thursday mornings, and that's it, right? So I do have a lot of Amazon. I have 6 Amazon loads for this week, right? But you got to be looking at that screen like, yeah, straight up, a good amount of hours, because you don't really know what time they post them, So it all varies, but I know they do post them on Thursdays. It's just depending on what time they post them. So if you blink an eye, somebody's taking them, because those are kind of easy to know. Once they post them, I don't even look at them, because it's just like I already know the pickup and drop off. So it's like boom, 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 and it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, book, 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 and in less than 30 seconds, all those loads are booked. So if you blink and somebody sees them, then they're gone, right? So I'm thankful for that, but there you have it, guys. So it is what it is. I'm signing out. If you like the the information I'm putting out there, please do subscribe. Hit that notification button, share, like, let me see the comments in there, and we'll go from there. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe.